Hello friends, welcome back to our little coffee club. I'm so happy to be with you guys once again here to keep you company for a little while. We're gonna brew some coffee. Like I said on the last video, I wanna brew a shot of the Neapolitan from Good Brothers. It's a dark roast. Well, I'm gonna grind it. I think I decided to go all the way to 20. Let's just go all the way to 20. If we don't get any channeling today, I don't know, maybe the puck prep, it's something to consider, right? So perhaps, the declumping I've been doing in the little catch cup, and then the thin needles in the actual portafilter once I dose the coffee into there. Maybe the puck prep is, there's something to say about the puck prep, right? I guess it's been working. So today is, I think is the most likely scenario when you're gonna get channeling, because so far the only channeling that I've been able to see has been on the dark roast, the one time that we pulled a really fast shot. So now that I'm talking about all of this, I'm gonna show you guys last time's shot that we pulled and show it to you guys in full screen glory. So here it is. Now what I want to do is, as soon as I get first drip, start my time and cut off the flow. Okay, I want to stop at around 3 bar, right there, and wait for first drip. Well, I'm at 16 and this coffee is like really, okay, I'm gonna start, cut off the flow and start the time. Now we're gonna wait 30 seconds. You see the pressure is kind of ramping down on its own, and that's what's supposed to happen. When you do the blooming espresso, that's what's supposed to happen. Okay, so now we're at 30 seconds. We're gonna go to 9 bars. Hopefully we'll be at 9 bars for about another 30 seconds. Again, we're looking for a yield of 45 grams. Okay, so as you guys were able to see there, I couldn't spot any kind of channeling whatsoever. So, we're gonna see today. That shot was not a very slow shot, but still, maybe there's something to the long pre-infusions that has been working, maybe. Again, I'm trying to figure it out too. On the darker roast, not only, and I forgot, I'm gonna have to jump over to the machine and drop the temperature. But not only do you have to remember to drop the temperature, in my case, I've been going down to like 89 degrees or 88 degrees, something like that, because the machine is always usually set at 95. So, and for the darker roast, in my experience so far, you're always gonna end up with a little bit of bitterness, even if it's faint and in the background, but you still have it there. And by dropping the temperature, and it's so easy to do, you can just get rid of it altogether. So today we're gonna experiment once again with the temperature. We're gonna experiment once again with the puck prep and see if we can avoid channeling. We're gonna grind all the way at 20. I know we're probably not gonna get to 9 bars. It's probably gonna be like I'm guessing right now, but like an 8 bar shot. We'll see where we get it to. And it's probably gonna brew in maybe in under 30 seconds, so 20 something seconds. And we're not doing any pre-infusion or anything. You don't need that for darker roast coffees, It's, just go to 9 bar or 8 or whatever it is you decide to do and pull like a 30-second shot, you're gonna be fine. With the lighter roast, definitely is when you want that. For me, that Slayer shot has been working like wonderful. So yeah, those long extractions, definitely save it for when you have those lighter roast coffees. But I have all this stuff up here to tell you guys a couple of updates. So One thing I wanted to mention was, you guys, I've talked over and over about this coffee. This is that Costa Rican coffee, the one that I have a bunch of it frozen in the vacuum sealed bags that we're gonna experiment with a little bit later down the line. But what I wanted to tell you guys about was that, I had a little bit in this bag put away, and I waited like, it had been more than 2 months. It had been like maybe, I don't know, 2.5 months. There was still enough to do a pour over with. And the other morning I decided, I want something a little bit extra special. I'm gonna go ahead and make the last of that. And let's see if it degraded so much for, brewing it like 2-3 months off of roast, or maybe it was even like 4 months off of roast. I don't know. What does it say here? May 1st. Yeah, so it was probably like 3 months off of roast or something like that. So yeah, I made a pour over, and I didn't talk through the process, but I recorded the whole brewing process pretty much, and I got some clips for you guys so you guys could see how that coffee brewed, and so that I could talk about it depending on how it tasted, if it was a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it wasn't at its absolute best. I cannot say it was the absolute best results I ever got from this coffee, but it was still wonderful. It was still wonderful. It was still better than, better than almost anything you can have out there. So, did it lose anything? Honestly, I don't really think so. Not even in 3 months. I don't think so. As long as you're keeping it stored properly, it's in a nice bag that seals very well, like these, good quality bags. Or you have some other kind of method of storage solution, one of the fellow Atmos vacuum little canisters, maybe something like that will keep it even better. So, but, maybe it wasn't at its peak, but, yeah, it was pretty close. It was pretty close, guys. Let's just say it was pretty close. So if you have a coffee that, don't stress it. That's all I'm bringing this up, just to let you guys know, don't overly stress it. Yeah, maybe you want to start consuming your coffee a week to 2 weeks off of roast, and you want to finish that bag like another, a month off of roast, or maybe even a month and a half off of roast. So maybe that's perfect case scenario, but don't overly stress it. It was like 3 months down the line, it was still perfectly fine. It was wonderful. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this coffee, another Good Brothers coffee, Colombia Finca Las Flores. By the time you guys see this, maybe Hoon is no longer brewing this like all the time, but he, as I'm recording this, he's been brewing this coffee a whole bunch. And, I give you guys like the average consumer kind of point of view. All right, so from me, I'm not an expert like Hoon, okay? I'm just some dude. I gotta tell you, this is not for your average consumer, okay? I mean, if you wanna try something that is gonna wow you and you're gonna be, what is this? It barely tastes like coffee. This thing, man, I can't stop laughing. Okay, somebody left me a comment, all right, that said, wow, that they didn't like it, okay? And I was like, I could see that this is not for your beginner. Let's say that you're learning how to drive. Okay, let's say you're learning how to drive, and you're gonna go out for your very first time behind the wheel. I mean, don't start with a Dodge Viper. Don't do that. no traction control, no kind of, there's no help, that's not the way to go. Don't start with a Hellcat. Don't start with how about we start with a Corolla? Let's start with a Honda Civic, something. Make life easy for yourself, start with something like that. So when it comes to specialty coffee, you might want to start with something a little more like gentle flavor, like that Kona coffee and the Maui coffee that we had from Big Island Coffee Roasters. Those are very well suited for somebody just starting out. And then if you get the pack of 3, then that cow, at least in the batch that I received, that cow will give you some highs and lows. It's a little bit different tasting profile, and you'll be able to see the difference between the coffees. It's a good way to start. This is for an expert, somebody that's ready. This is what I like to call a smack in the face. And the funny thing is that the tasting notes here, let's read them. Give me a second. All right, let me put on my glasses. All right, the tasting notes here. All right, check it out. Dragon fruit, red fruit, and papaya. I don't get any of that, okay, at all. This is not even a fruity coffee to me. Citrus is a fruit, but that kind of, to me, coffees are usually one of like 3 or 4 things, okay? They're either citrusy, they're fruity, or they're like the more developed roast, like the darker roast, like these are the liquid amber and the Neapolitan from Good Brothers. You get some like dark chocolate, some burnt sugar, some caramel kind of notes. Okay, that's what you get from these. And then you get like the extremely light coffees that are kind of grassy and green tasting. And yeah, that's the different range. Okay, as far as pointing out exactly what fruit, I don't know. I can tell you, like, I'll tell you what I thought of this one. I thought this was like, biting right into a grapefruit, okay? And best case scenario, like if you get it really sweet, I remember my best cup from this coffee was on the tricklet. It was like a long brew. It was like 7-8 minutes long brew. I ground the coffee very fine. I used very hot water, like boiling water, and that's when I got the coffee to the sweetest I was able to get out of it. And it was more like those kind of grapefruits that are red inside. I think I've seen them at the market. They call them Indian River grapefruits. They're a little bit sweeter, there's more sweetness to it. So, but yeah, most of the time it's just a straight up grapefruit, or maybe grapefruit with a squeeze of lemon on top of that. So very, very citrusy, very high acidity. Not a whole lot of sweetness. This was like a punch in the face. Just like the Indonesian coffee, the one that I had a lot of trouble dialing in way back when. You guys would see the video here on the channel if you look through all my coffee videos. By the way, at the end of every video, you get the playlist for coffee related videos. You can click on that and you'll get nothing but the coffee videos. So, all right, so that's that. Enough said about this one. Very citrusy, a punch in the face, not for everybody. Very different. You want to try something that's very different. Like, what is this? You could say, like, what is this specialty coffee all about? This is it. This is an extreme case of it. All right, so you could try that. All right, now back to this one. This is my like favorite coffee ever. Again, I made it like 3 months off of roast. It was just in the bag. And it was perfectly fine, wonderful. So don't overly stress it, guys. Have fun with your coffee, enjoy it. Let's go to the other counter. Pull a shot of the Neapolitan, see if we can avoid channeling, and then we'll chit chat a little bit more and wrap things up. All right, so once again, I have the whole ambiance thing going on. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I know I am. I know I am. You know, when I did the video for helping Maui, wow, you guys really blew me away with some of the comments I received. Wow, I'm really, it was a little humbling. Like, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I know some of you guys pitched in and helped out. I even got a comment from somebody in Lahaina, in Maui, and thanking us for our help. So wow, the fact that our little coffee club, just such a small group of people, can make a difference, in someone's life. Wow, it was humbling. It really was. Thank you guys very much for the comments. It meant a lot. It was my very first time doing that, and this is the very first, by the way, the very first video that I record after that posted. Today is Saturday. That posted yesterday, Friday. I know for you guys it's been weeks, because again, the gap in the videos. Whenever I put those Friday videos, there'll be less of a gap, especially if I'm talking in it, because sometimes it's just like a cinematic kind of clip and stuff like that. That maybe was. I made it a while back, but when I'm talking in it, usually there won't be a big gap in the video. And yeah, that video posted, for me it was Friday, but for you guys it's been weeks. So, I'm working on some upgrades, especially to the audio of the videos. I'm gonna try hooking a mic to my phone, and I'm gonna try to use my phone a whole lot more, because I think it's just doing a better job all around. You guys, it's very disappointing when you record like a 30-minute clip talking to you guys, and then the GoPro has some kind of glitch and everything gets erased. It's happened 2 or 3 times, and wow, it's tough. Yeah. So all right, let's do some pug prep. Oh, first what am I saying? First we gotta dose. Let's dose out. Oh, by the way, the machine timed out. It cooled off while I was setting up all the ambience and all this stuff. And so it worked on my favor, because now it's at 88, which is where I wanted it anyway. So, that's perfect. Okay, get our scale up here. Again, the only problem with the phone is that I don't have a screen to look at where my hands are and stuff in the shot, but everything should be okay. And I've seen that it does a really good job with focusing, better than the other camera. I don't like the sound, and we're gonna try with that mic and see if, we'll see if we can make it work. All right, here we go. All right, 18 grams in, 45 grams out, a 1 to 2.5 ratio. Again, these bags from Good Brothers, man, they are the best. I do have to say, from everything I've received, they are the best. By the way, we have some new, okay, right at 18 grams, guys, between 18 and 18.1. We'll see what the niche does today, but I gotta set it at 20 and see what happens. We have some new brewers on the way that we're gonna play with, so I can't wait. So yeah, we got a couple little new brewers to try out, and we have some coffee coming in. So there's a lot coming to the channel. We're gonna finally get around to comparing the Bianca to the Brevo Infuser and go head to head. Well, let's see what happens with that. I think the main thing is like dialing in on the Brevo is a lot more difficult. For me, the Bianca, just basically everything you throw at it, you can make it work. All right, so, all right, 18.1, let me set the niche at 20. Again, I have a hunch that 20 now would have been like 18 before, but 18, again, I mentioned that, when I cleaned it, that I tightened it too much, and then I think it's like 2 notches over. At least that's my best guess. So this would have been like 18 before, in my guess. And I think that's as coarse as I've ground anything. So we'll see what happens today. All right, let me bring you guys in closer. Here's the setup. That's how we're looking like. All right, so we ground that. You can see it there on 20. Try one more time like I always do. Give it the little love tap like my buddy Angel always tells me. And let's see what we got. Ah, we got a little extra. All right, but you guys know how I do it. 0.1, 0.2, doesn't matter to me. So we're gonna roll with that. All right, set you guys back down. We're done with the scale. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is the declumping we've been doing in the cup. I'm gonna do extra well today. Usually I do just a quick thing. Today I'm really gonna go through this. Again, I wanna give myself the best chance of success here. Funny, so the guy that didn't even want to use the bottomless portafilter now is risking this. So you see how things change? All right, let's see what we got. Okay, I haven't used it, it's perfectly dry. We're gonna try to remember to run it a little bit. Oh, you know, something I wanted to mention. Since this is the first video I'm recording since I recorded the Help for Maui, in that video, if you notice, when I'm gonna go lock this in, I put a little sign as to like, oh, did you guys notice anything? I don't remember what the words were, but something like that. And I forgot once again to put the pug screen. Oh man. But you know, when I noticed that, I ran the machine a little bit, flushed it a little bit, and I wasn't about to do that again. The whole thing with the bag flush and all of that. I'm done with that for a while. So, all right, let's see. Again, the tamping station, guys. Wow, man. Pasado! Come on, Pasado, make me the station. All right, now, being that we ground at 20, this thing is like, wants to overflow a little bit there. You know, the coffee's coarse, so it takes up more volume inside the portafilter basket. Okay, so we get our dosing funnel in here. Let's get the thin needles. All right, so again, you see, I want a tamping station with this kind of wood. I think it would be so cool. I think I would be like the only one with one of these things, huh? They're not gonna do that. All right, let's do our best today with this. Again, start at the bottom. Make circles, take your time, don't rush it. Okay, this is for someone that's a hobbyist, guys. You know, your average consumer, they're just gonna tamp this thing and be done with it. But in my opinion, WDT is like a must. You know, a leveling tool, as you guys have seen, I mean, do you think that would have made any difference? We're already not getting any channeling, so we'll see today. We will see today. All right, I really took my time. I don't think, I don't think I need any more WDT. Okay, let's give it a little tap, get it in place. Now it's still kind of overflowing. All right, I got it to go down. Now, one thing is for sure, it looks really nice in there. I think last time I showed it like this, you could see it. I hope it's focused and everything, but all right. So let's give it a tamp. Now, to give myself the best chance here of making this work, I'm gonna use my Lelit tamper, as you guys know. Ever since I got this thing, wow, been a game changer as far as tamping for me. Yeah, you know, eventually I'm gonna get a self-leveling tamper, spring-loaded, all that stuff. But the thing is, I want to get good at this. And if I had the other one, maybe I'll go to it all the time, and I'll eventually order one. You'll see it here eventually. All right, here we go. Okay, I think I went down pretty well. Okay, I like that tamp. Now a nice polish. Okay. Now one thing I've noticed is that when we've had the channeling, it's always like right on the edge, you know? So I'm thinking that although the tamper is very precise, maybe that's like the weakest point, and that's how the water ends up channeling through right through the edge, you know? But we'll see what happens today. I'm really happy with the tamp. I mean, today there was like nothing spilled out. I think this best case scenario. We'll see. If we get the channeling, then we know. If you ever grind coarse and you try to pull a fast shot, that's when you're most likely to get channeling, so be careful. All right, puck screen, we're not forgetting today. Let's lock it in, and then I'll set up all the angles and bring you guys in closer. All right, guys, so I should have all the cameras running here, all the angles, everything. Hopefully everything's recording. So here we go. Let's get the Akaya up there. Again, flawless, guys. I keep saying it, but the Akaya is never glitched. It just never has. All right, here we go. I'm gonna use my cappuccino cup because I do want to make a cappuccino. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're just gonna ramp up. There's no pre-infusion of any kind happening. I'm just gonna go slow to try to get it to 9 bar, but I don't think we'll make it to 9 bar. But here we go. I forgot to put it at 5 o'clock, but I'm still on time. I'm gonna close it so that it goes up slow. Keep it going. Again, we're looking for 45 grams out. Oh, it's gonna go to 9 bars, so it's, wow, I still gotta grind coarser than 20. This is unbelievable. Wow, it's a long shot. Wow. Not what I was looking for, but we'll see. All right, 45.4, 33 seconds since first drip, 44 seconds overall. This is still a slow shot. I don't think you guys will be happy with this. Let me give it a quick taste. If it tastes fine, I'm gonna make my cappuccino and go on with life, because we'll try again at another moment. All right, let me get my Akaya out of here. I don't want it to get dripped on. Okay, let me give it a quick taste. You know, I'm gonna stir it. I'm gonna give it a quick stir. All right, let's see. Wow, taste-wise is fine. Do I detect any bitterness? Let me see. Yes, there's a tiny little bit of bitterness in the background, so it's not perfectly smooth. Again, it's not because of the temperature, it was just slow. It should have pulled in 7-8 seconds faster. Or maybe if I would have dropped the temperature to like 85 or something, I don't know what that would do, but maybe then it would have been also fine. But anyway, I'm gonna make my cappuccino because I've been at this already for a little while, and we'll try again next time. So let's steam some milk. You know, guys, when you leave me comments like the comments I received last night, man, I was really overwhelmed. It was it makes this worth it for me, you know. A little bit more. It's not even a full teaspoon that I like to put into my cappuccino. It's kind of like a teaspoon, but not all the way up. So yeah, I steam the milk with the sugar in there and everything, so that way once I put my drink together, there's nothing else to do except enjoy it.
We have a lot of fun videos planned. So, you know, if you guys haven't, if somebody's watching and you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, help us out by subscribing. We're trying to reach 1,000, see if we can do some lives. We're getting there, we're about halfway. The interaction that we have going below in the comments is really what makes this worth it to me. You know, I learn a whole bunch from you guys, and it just makes it fun to share your hobby with someone. And I kind of like the whole, you know, filming, and obviously, because if not, I wouldn't do it. So I enjoy it a whole bunch, but let's steam the milk and put our cappuccino together. If you guys ever do that, guys, make sure that you grab this high enough. If not, that steam will still get you. Okay, so you know, kind of go like that and hold it. The one though doesn't get hot. On the Bianca, it stays cool, so it won't burn you. Everything else will, so be careful. But the one won't get you. All right, you guys know my latte art is really lacking, but we'll do what we can. Let's see. And especially since I took so long talking and everything, all the kind of micro bubbles, they start to come up, and then it makes it even more difficult. So we'll see what we get.
I can't believe what I found when I let a little piece of you into.
All right, I hope I got that, because I can't really see where my hands are in the shot or anything. But I hope I got that. And you know, it's something. You guys know my latte art is not good, but we got something. We usually on the Bianca, you always end up getting something. Okay, right there you could see the colors better. So maybe you could see that, but I try to do a three, how you call it, 3-petal tulip or something like that. Anyway, yeah, not great, but look at how awesome that looks, right? That's my cappuccino right there. You know, it's about, well, you guys saw it's 45 grams, but that's about 1.5 ounces of espresso. Maybe I got about 6 ounces of milk and a nice thick layer of foam on top. That's the way I like it. And then you guys saw I put like 1 teaspoon of sugar in there. You end up with this. Let's go to the other counter, give it a taste test, and wrap things up.
All right, so sorry I couldn't get the timing that I wanted. Even at grind size 20, I thought it was gonna be like a really fast shot. So we'll see, I'll keep adjusting. I think, again, you know, after I did that cleaning on the niche and I did the calibration on it, again, it's off by 2 notches, but maybe it's more than that. I don't know. Let's give this cappuccino a taste. Cheers. I hope you guys are joining me with something tasty of your own here. I love hanging out with you guys, once a week and keep you guys company here for a little while. And then we have some interaction below in the comments. And anyway, it's pretty cool. Wow, I hadn't had one of these in a little while. The last kind of like lattes, or yeah, I guess more like lattes that I've been making were with the mocha pot. Wow, this is this is great. This is my favorite drink. Wow, this is perfect. It's wonderful. You know, the little bit of bitterness, it's undetectable by the time that you mix it with milk, add the sugar and all that. It's just wonderful. Just the taste of the coffee and the milk, steamed, hot. It's just, this is perfect. Wow. Pretty great, guys. All right, so yeah, we have some little brewers that are coming in that we're gonna be able to play with. We have some coffee. I think a bunch of coffee's coming in, and so we'll get to try some new and review some new coffees. Again, I have a microphone coming in for when I shoot with the phone. Today I kind of try to stand closer to it and like speak right over it to see if the voice is a little bit better and less like boomy from inside the house. Kind of you get that echoey kind of sound, and it's not great. I think when you watch the videos, like this camera, that's why I use this camera here, because it has a directional mic on it. And when I got a phone call. Oh man, guys, the struggles. That's not a struggle, it's no big deal. Oh man, you guys gotta get to know me a little bit, because sometimes I'm just saying things to be like funny. I'm not serious. I don't know, you guys been watching Hoon long enough. Hoon has a little, he's got a, he's got a sense of humor that, you gotta get to know him to like understand it, I think. Because did you guys see the live that he did with the Jack? Well, with Java, I think it was Java Jack that it was called, and that I thought it was great, man. Who gave in his little one-liners there I had a great time. That was so funny. But yeah, sometimes guys, I say things. I'm not being serious. Okay, it's not a struggle. Let me have the last of this. Sometimes you might have to watch the video towards the end, and if things like this happen, I'll include them at the end as a little blooper, that is something weird that happened, or I've done it a couple times. Be on the lookout. All right, let's have another taste of this. Man, it had been a little while since I made one this good. Oh, that Good Brothers. So yeah, Carrie, I ordered the coffee from September. That's coming in. So that's some of the coffees we're gonna be trying. There's some Good Brothers coffee coming in as well. Some new stuff they have out that I wanna try. And we got some brewers. Then we're gonna compare the Brevo Infuser to the Bianca. That's coming up. I have to try to do this again. I have to get a dark roast in there again, grind it really coarse. I want a shot that doesn't even get to 9 bars. I want something that pulls in no more than 8 bars. I open it all the way and it doesn't go past 8 bars. So that thing is flowing really fast. And if we still don't get channeling, then today I checked really well on the counter. I didn't see any. any channeling, so maybe we didn't get any. I'll look back at the recording like I always do. I'll play it next week. That's become part of like our regular kind of thing that we do here, right? We show you all the angles. We do the bottomless portafilter. We always check retention. And now we got this that I always show you the previous shot in full screen so you guys could check for the channeling, see if you see it. So we'll do that next week. For now, I'm gonna finish enjoying this. I'm glad I was able to keep you guys company here for a little while. I had a really good time. I'm really enjoying my whole little ambiance and my whole setup. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. It's a couple extra steps. I think it's worth it. When I look back at the video, and I think it's worth it. And sometimes I find like the perfect song, at least for me, I enjoy, when I first see it back, I kind of enjoy it myself too, I mean, I know what I said, but still, I like to look at the, how the music came out and the images and the whole thing, it's kind of cool. So, and I think it's been worth it. I've gotten some comments from some of you guys that you appreciate the effort, that that the video is so relaxing, and that's the whole point. That's what I'm trying to do, just to hang out with you guys, keep you company. We have the interaction below in the comments, and it's just what makes it worth it. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this, stop chit-chatting here, and I'll catch up with you guys next week. So please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, guys, I decided to pull another shot because I really wanted another coffee. I really did. And besides, I didn't want to leave things like that. I ground this one at 23, okay? So I went up by 3 whole notches. We'll see what happens here. There's no way that this coffee cannot like brew fast now. It has to go faster. There's no way. What else? I did the absolute exact same pug prep that you guys saw. I didn't record all of that because if not, this is gonna get super long. So yeah, but I was very, very careful with the WDT. I did it in the cup and in the portafilter. What else? I checked retention, 18 in, 18 out exactly. So everything went well. I tamped the same way like you guys saw the first shot. Everything exactly the same. I got my puck screen in there. Everything's exactly the same. So here we go. All right, let me start the scale. Okay, get my cup up here. All right, I'm not gonna do the overhead shot because what's the point? I'm not doing any kind of pressure profiling. I'm just gonna ramp up slow to 9 bars and that's it. So again, we're looking for 45 grams in like 20 seconds. I'll let you guys know how high the pressure goes. We might not even, I mean, I don't expect it to get to 9 bars, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Man, on my videos, you guys have to stick around till the end because you never know what's gonna happen. All right, we're going up, building pressure very slowly. Okay, I'm just gonna open it all the way. All right, we're at 6 bars and that's it. Wow, this was, I stopped it too early. I kind of panicked a little bit. I don't know, did we get any channeling? I stopped it a little too early. What am I gonna do? This is a 1-2, not even a 1-2, just under a 1-2. Oh, I do see some little bit of specs. Yeah, we probably did get some channeling somewhere. So, but again, it was a 6 bar shot. We didn't even get to 7. So again, to pull what I wanna pull with this coffee, I might have to be at maybe 21, maybe 22, maybe 22. Definitely not 23 because you guys saw what happened. It only went up to 6 bar. So I didn't even see the time. I panicked. Anyway, let me taste this. Oh boy. Oh man, we did get some channeling. There's a little bit of, nothing on the counter. Nothing on the counter at all, but the scale is splashed a little bit, and who knows, maybe it was just a lot of splashing happening. Well, I can't wait to look back at the video. But let me taste it. All right, let's give it a swirl. I really wanted another coffee, so I hope it tastes good because if not, I'll put it in some milk and it'll be fine. All right, let's see. All right, now it's not a lot, but it's a tad under extracted. There is a little sourness. Just like before, we had a little bitterness. Now we have a little sourness. Yeah, I think, well, next time, next time I'll go to 21 and a half. So 21 and a half. That's why I'm saying it, because I want to remember. Next time I'm going to go at 21 and a half. Would I say, I would say that the first shot tasted better. You guys know that I would rather have a little bit of bitterness better than a little sourness. So yeah, the first shot to me tasted a little bit better, but I am gonna have this one regardless. Yeah, it's not bad. There is some nuttiness. There is some sweetness. There is some caramel, little dark chocolate in there, for sure. But definitely, tiny little bit of sourness. Again, just like on the other one, we had a tiny little bit of bitterness. So we're right around where we need to be. So the temperature I'm happy with. Next time, again, 21 and a half is where I would try to pull this shot and see. Wow, it's funny how I struggled with the darker roast a lot more than with the light roast. The light roast just always worked. Always tasted smooth, always tasted great. It's usually the other way around. But, you know, this is pretty good. It's not perfectly smooth. I guess I'm not gonna put it in milk because I almost finished it already. A sign that it's not that bad, right? All right, guys, so anyway, I couldn't leave things like that. I said, hey, I gotta speed this thing up. So again, you know, that was I ground that coffee at 23 on the niche, and I gotta look back at the timing and all that. I'll put it here on the screen as to like from first drip and total shot time, all that kind of good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed my time here with you guys today, and I hope you guys did as well. And, you know, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.